the mighty and resilient Merrimack River, carving through the communities of our great region. My name is Linda Lorden, proud president of Merrimack County Savings Bank, and like the river that serves as our namesake, we're a constant yet ever-changing presence. Because to us, it's bigger than banking. It's about powering communities and putting people first. It's about knowing where you came from and where you're going. That's Merrimack style. Visit us at themerrimack.com.
This is the Washington Times front page for Wednesday, August 7th, 2024. Thanks for joining us. I'm George Gerbo. Vice President Kamala Harris has selected Minnesota Governor Tim Walz as her running mate, choosing someone she believes can connect with working-class voters in Midwestern swing states. The choice of Walz, Jeff Murdoch reports, puts into place the final piece of the election puzzle after President Biden bowed out of the race more than 2 weeks ago. At their first campaign rally together Tuesday night in Philadelphia before a raucous crowd of roughly 10,000, Harris hailed Walz's working-class background as the son of the Nebraska Plains who worked on a farm. Harris knows how to create a honeymoon, but keeping the momentum going has been tougher. Stephen Dinan reports Harris has surged past former President Trump in polling as voters take a fresh look at the Democratic nominee, but her campaign is well aware she was in a similar position in 2019 when she was seeking the presidential nomination. In conversations with political operatives and analysts about her primary campaign then, two themes emerged. She was too cautious and was ill-served by her campaign team, which didn't have a national reach and was consumed by conflicts. Federal authorities have broken up an assassination plot on U.S. soil, saying a Pakistani man operating as an agent of Iran was trying to kill American officials. Stephen Dinan reports investigators said Asif Merchant tried to recruit hitmen, but ended up with two undercover agents. He didn't reveal his targets, but told the agents they were planning to strike government officials, according to court documents. Authorities said Merchant arrived in the U.S. in April and quickly recruited a New York man for business dealings. He eventually made clear those dealings were attempted assassinations. That's when the New York man went to authorities. The growing threat of a Chinese military attack makes Taiwan one of the most dangerous global flashpoints for years to come, according to a think tank report. Bill Gertz reports the paper from Rice University's Baker Institute for Public Policy details military and non-military methods China is preparing to use to coerce Taiwan into capitulating. The authors argue that Taiwan represents the same kind of flashpoint as West Berlin, part of the divided German capital, during the Cold War. And finally, Ben Wolfgang recaps an online forum with former Israeli diplomat Haim Koren. Koren believes Hamas's October 7th attack on Israel should not be seen as a strictly local event, but rather as a piece of a global movement of authoritarian regimes and allies pushing more aggressively for power. The forum was sponsored by the Washington Times Foundation, which shares the same founders as the Washington Times. Find all of today's front page stories at washingtontimes.com/front page or on the Washington Times app, and find us wherever you get your podcasts. You can also find us on social media at Wash Times for breaking news, sports, commentary, and more. For the Washington Times, I'm George Gerbo.